Time ago, the Ravens introduced to this sellout crowd, and through a sea of pyrotechnics, out they came from the tunnel. We're set to go as the Ravens get ready to match up with the Minnesota Vikings. Dan Bailey now to put the ball in the air, and off we go from M&T Bank Stadium. That'll be taken in the end zone.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! Let's go now! Come on, hey, no. Check, check, watch 54, watch 54. Run it! Watch the twist! Watch the twist!
And the former Heisman winner, this is Mark Ingram. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Anthony Barr comes rumbling in for the sack. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this third and long play as we'll get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They'll fake the give to Ingram. Now Jackson in trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Anthony Barr able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. On is the punter Cook, who sends it away. And taken right at the 35. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Vikings will take over here first and 10.
At their own 42-yard line.
Good starting field position for the Vikings as they have it first and 10 at their own 42. The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43. Speaking of Cook, he continues to be a workhorse in the Minnesota backfield. More evidence of that in Week 7 against the Lions. 25 carries, a league-high 142 yards, 2 more touchdowns, give him 8 on the year. In fact, he leads the NFL in both rushing yards and touchdown runs. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
On third down, Cousins. It's caught inside the 25. A great pickup there, 35 yards, and obviously the first down to go along with it.
Well, we spent a lot of time exalting the offensive masterminds in this game, right? They draw up these beautiful plays. They look so perfect up on the board. But occasionally, sometimes you just have to throw it up and let him go get it. How about that play?
A running play on first down, and it turns into a fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10. A toss to Cook. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. It goes as a loss of 6. And now third down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Now Cousins. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And incomplete, almost intercepted. Had a great shot at picking that off in the end zone. And now fourth down.
In this situation, it's really tough to figure out how to defend because they have plenty of room to still take deep shots at the end zone as they just did there. Yet at the same time, you've got to be ready for the short throw. In this case, when you see the cue that they're going for the end zone, retreat and make sure you have a way to play forward, back towards the receiver, and have a chance to bat the ball away as they did there.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball the biggest playmakers you have, if they touch it on this possession to try and get the...
There goes Mark Ingram. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Ingram, 75 yards. And the Ravens have taken the lead. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And last time able to get 3. That's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver. But it'll be 2nd down. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Yellow, yellow, yellow. Hey, team 6, team 6. 57, run.
Cousins to throw it. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking for Adam Thielen there, but now it'll be 3rd down. So now 3rd and 10. They had the big play to start the drive, but 2 incompletions since. From the gun, here's Cousins. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this 1st quarter. Marching in for the sack, Matthew Judon. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it.
Recon, 132 fighter.
They'll indeed go for it. It's Cousins. Gonna let it fly for Rudolph. It's caught at the 10. And they're going to have this in a great spot way down in Baltimore territory. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. On the carry, it's Cook. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play. On 2nd down, Cook. And once again, they stop him behind the line. Great job by this Ravens defense. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. Really in a hole here, 3rd and 17 following the 2 negative plays. Working out of the gun, Cousins. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. Well, Charles, switching gears on a bit of a sad note. On Tuesday, October 22nd, Willie Brown passed away. Willie Brown, 16 seasons in the NFL. First 4 for the Broncos, and then the final 12 as an Oakland Raider.
And just think about his career. Hall of Fame 1984, 9-time Pro Bowler, 5-time All-Pro. And let's face it, the lasting image we'll have of him as a player, that interception for Fran Tarkenton in the Super Bowl. The old man, Willie Brown, taking it all the way back, 75 yards against the Vikings for a touchdown. The Raiders won Super Bowl 11. I had the pleasure of getting to know Willie Brown over the years. And when I tried out for the Dallas Cowboys, we scrimmaged the Raiders at one point. And Willie Brown came over to me and had some nice things to say to me, which was really pretty cool coming from a man of his stature and a man of his ability. And I'll treasure those nice words forever.
And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Anthony Barr able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his third sack of the afternoon. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. And he will bring this across midfield to the 49-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Here's a quick throw to Thielen. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 8.
Cousins gives way to Cook. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Now Cook running right. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. Cousins on 3rd and 2. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. Cousins now rebounding nicely after the interception. He's hit 4 straight to start. Looking for his tight end Rudolph, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Brandon Carr. And a short return will be stopped inside the 10 at the 8-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. You're under 30 seconds to go. Field position not great. Time to call it a half, wouldn't you say?
Well, you know we all have that little extra gene that says let's push the envelope a little bit, right? What needs to be going through the play caller's mind right now, a potential fumbled snap that can get returned, a strip sack that can get returned, right? Any of those types of plays, that should be a deterrent to calling something that could get you in big trouble.
That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
Yeah, they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the 3rd quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. They run it again with Cook. And once again, they stop him behind the line. Great job by this Ravens defense. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. To throw is Cousins. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 17 yards, first down, Vikings. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. Oh, nearly a disaster there on the check down. But they'll get it back.
Okay, partner, let's mix things up a bit. This is something that's been a staple of morning television programs for a long time. Let's bring it to Madden, some power rankings. Give me your top 5 through 7 weeks.
All right, I'll start with number 5, and that's the Baltimore Ravens. Lamar Jackson, he can throw it as well as run it, but his running, that's so exciting. Number 4, the Green Bay Packers. Looks like Aaron Rodgers and his head coach Matt LaFleur, looks like they're in sync, and the Packers are playing awfully well right now. Number 3, San Francisco. Their defense built to travel. They can play anywhere and take on anyone, and they run the ball on offense. Number 2, New Orleans. They've survived without Drew Brees. In fact, they flourished with Teddy Bridgewater, and their defense, vastly underrated, one of the top 3 in the league. And last but not least, shocker, New England. And I did think about putting New Orleans ahead of New England, but New England's defense is the best in the league, and Tom Brady on the other side, they still reign supreme.
Cousins throw complete to Thielen, and he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 7 yards there and a first down. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. And Rudolph has it, the tight end. Another good completion on the drive as the Vikings have a first down. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there were very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and goal. Now Cousins. It's complete to Diggs. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Vikings are going to retake the lead. That's an old-fashioned death march there, partner. Took them a lot of plays, but hey, they did the job.
And the defense always preaches getting off the field, making a play, and turning it back over to their own offense. Unable to do so. A long, sustained drive by the offense.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve.
He's tackled at the 33-yard line. It's a gain of 4.
Tried a little razzle-dazzle on 3rd and short. I don't think anyone in the building fooled right there, as that one is going to blow up in their faces. It'll be a loss of 7 on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. Now, the offense failed earlier on the previous crack at this, but they're going again on 4th down. Back now in Baltimore. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Back to you.
They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. And that is incomplete. John Harbaugh not afraid to go for it this time. Doesn't work out. And the Vikings, they have the football now in excellent field position.